Hey guys! Welcome to one of the most exciting updates for Sidus Heroes, and in this video I'm going to discuss the latest AMA, breaking down the key topics. I've mentioned multiple times in my previous videos that for me, Sidus is a long-term investment, and the reason why is because it mainly requires time and not finances, especially in the current market conditions. This allows everyone that believes in the team and their goals for this project to gain some exposure with minimal risk. I might seem repetitive, but the key lies in the central station modules, as they require materials which you can gather by winning matches on a daily basis. Basically, anyone that contributes resources will receive a share of that module's fees, and these royalties will be lifetime. My thesis is that once Sidus gains wide adoption, all of these modules will generate passive income. As you know, Sidus took a different approach to developing the game, releasing smaller but more frequent patches, constantly adding new features. They basically wanted to involve the community from the start, each patch being a building block that early adopters could benefit from in the long run. The reason I decided to buy my very first legendary hero was the next module they talked about. I am referring to the Incubator, which allows different teams to implement their Sidus related projects, and users can invest in them using Sidus tokens, receiving a percentage of that project's profit. You might think of it as a launchpad, but there is a main difference to it. By using Sidus' Incubator, projects can skip the marketing part, as they would benefit from the full reach of the ecosystem, as well as having a well-established platform for delivering their content. What is even cooler is that this isn't just a concept, as they actually showed footage of a tower defense style minigame, perfectly integrated in the Sidus Metaverse. Even rewards will consist of resources and crafting materials, the same that can be found in loot boxes. Your characters that you play with right now will be the main actors in these minigames, and there will be an activity for everyone. As the ecosystem grows, more and more developers will build game modes ranging from tower defense to shooters, all rewarding resources that you can use to further maximize your Sidus assets. This will ensure the transition from play to earn to play and earn. Dan also announced that a top-tier executive manager will join the Sidus team in order to lead ecosystem development, especially in conjunction with the Incubator module. I am a big fan of community-owned module-based economy, as it both provides passive income in the long run, as well as making it easier to integrate new projects in the ecosystem. One of the key advantages for Sidus is that from the start it was designed to be a AAA quality game that uses WebGL technology to be playable on internet browsers, hence removing as many access barriers as possible. Apart from the Incubator, another upcoming module will be the bank, which will distribute part of the withdrawal fees to the contributors. Basically, when this feature goes live, withdrawing assets back to Ethereum or Polygon mainnets will have a fee that is split between the treasury and the contributors. Moreover, in order to ensure a deflationary mechanism, most of the tokens collected by module contributions will be burnt. Another fun part of the AMA was the Toadwing egg giveaway. There are currently two running. One you can access by simply liking the AMA and commenting your wallet address, and the other one uses a Glimp campaign, for which you can find the link in this video's description. Toadwings will be pets that provide your hero with buffs. In the future, there will also be a monthly event where 25 wins will reward an egg. Since recording this video, another patch came out, version 0.1.15, that added two more events. The first one is taking place right now, increasing the daily rewards limit to 25 wins. The second one will take place between July 5th and July 18th, rewarding resources from the materials and metals tabs: marble, malachite, red granite and smart concrete, as well as platinum ingots, gold bars, silver and steel ingots. The first two of each category are the rarest, hence they will be found by legendary heroes. The other ones will drop in epic heroes rewards, whereas common rarity heroes will receive the same loot as that from daily rewards. In addition, drop chances are increased for Genesis Collection heroes and can stack over multiple heroes, making team play necessary to maximize your loot. Apart from this, the patch also introduced changes to each race's basic ability as follows. OG's Fire Breath deals additional AoE damage the more health the caster hero has. Voltrone's Lightning Bolt's damage is increased if you have more energy points, whereas Raptorian's Acid Speed deals more damage if he has lower health. Out of the three, I feel like Voltrone's Lightning Bolt received the most meaningful buff, boosting his power in 1v1 even more. Raptorian's buff is a two-edged sword, as you get to benefit more from it as your health drops lower. OG's buff is meant to further solidify his role in 3v3 format, and it's quite interesting to see if a triple OG setup with phasers could replace Voltrone's dominance. Armors have also been teased and they look amazing. I bet that once they're introduced in the game they will completely change the meta. As a final tip for today's video, I'd like to highlight a change that is going to be implemented in order to boost the Genesis Collection NFT value, and that is the ability to restake your NFTs once the lock period expires, getting another playable character. However, the duration of the lock is increased to 1 year. This basically means that Genesis NFTs will generate a playable character per year for their holders. This pretty much covers the main topics from the latest Sidus AMA, and to be honest, they were extremely exciting news. Coupled with a massive discount on ETH prices, I decided to pull the trigger and buy a legendary hero, and I chose Voltrone. Let me know down in the comments what part of the AMA was your favorite, and, as always, if you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!